What's up, guys? Mad Fragger back again with another fragrance video and yet another installment of Don't Sleep on This One. But that's not true. This is the first installment, and in this installment of Don't Sleep on This One, we've got Burberry Brit for him. Burberry is a brand that I don't have a whole lot of experience with, but I have tried a few Burberrys, and I can say that this one is probably my favorite. Yeah, it's definitely my favorite Burberry. Burberry London is a great holiday fragrance for like Thanksgiving, Christmas time kind of thing. It's got a great kind of festive thing going on, vibe going on to it. But this one is the best Burberry that I've tried so far. Now, granted, I haven't tried a whole lot of them from the line, but this one is exceptional. This is a budget. I would call this a budget fragrance. I picked it up at my local TJ Maxx, but you can get this on discounters pretty cheap, and it doesn't smell cheap. This one smells really, really good for the price point. It's one of those ones where it's gonna punch above its weight class for sure. Um, to me, this thing opens up with a lot of warm and spicy kind of like vibes. There's bergamot and ginger, and there's no pepper in the top of this. There's no pepper in the note breakdown, but there is ginger and there is cardamom. You do get the cardamom, but I get like a little bit of a pepper essence. Like I almost thought that there would be like a black or a pink pepper even in this one. It's got a really spicy pepper-like opening, but it's really nice, really really nice. And that kind of warm spiciness is like the way that this fragrance opens up, and it already is kind of like leading you in a different direction. At least me, it was kind of lead me in a different direction from where I expected. Like the presentation, you know what I mean, and just the general kind of reading the note breakdown in general. It definitely is a lot more warm and a lot more cozy and a lot more like a lot more of a warm spiciness than I expected. So then when this thing starts to dry down, there is a transitional kind of phase that goes on here from the opening and into the mid. You get like a transition happening, and the rose starts to come out. I think it's Bulgarian rose in the mid of this. That rose starts to come out, and it's really subtle. They use the rose in this fragrance really subtle, but you can detect it, and it does add a really, really kind of glorious layer to what this fragrance is doing in the mid. And then as it dries down further, you're still getting that same kind of like warm spicy with some good rose kind of feathering the edges of it. And then there is a woodiness here. I believe there's cedar in the base, and there is a woodiness, but it's not. It doesn't really make a big presence in this fragrance. Like there is. I'm not saying it doesn't have a woody aspect to it, but a lot of what you're getting here is a warm spiciness with that kind of like floral rose, just kind of blanketing the whole thing. And there is a freshness here. Like it does have a kind of a freshness and an energetic kind of spirit to it. But but yeah, this thing really does exude like this kind of classiness that I wasn't expecting, and a sexiness that I wasn't expecting. This is a very sexy fragrance, guys. Seriously. And it does have like a certain amount of opulence and kind of fanciness to it. You know what I mean? Like it really does. It smells more expensive than the price tag, in my opinion. And then performance. I mean, it's not necessarily something that you think about when you think about Burberry. You don't necessarily first thing think about great performers. Like at least in my experience, Burberry's have been pretty hit or miss as far as performance goes. This one punches above its class in performance as well. Uh, this thing really did surprise me. The performance that I got out of it, I was rather surprised that I got such great projection, and you know, you're like living in this great scent cloud for a good long time. I would say that this is got like a good 6 to 7 hour you know, time where it's you're catching wafts of it. It's projecting pretty good. You know, it's really present, and then it starts to kind of dial back. And I'm saying like probably 8 hours. I mean, a little bit more on close. Like it does perform really well. The performance on this kind of reminds me of like a good Middle Eastern cologne fragrance. You know what I'm saying? Like for a designer and for a budget designer, this one does have impressive performance. At least off of my skin, I've gotten really good performance. And like I've got a pretty big collection, so I don't wear anything with much regularity. And not that that's a big dent, but you can see that there is a dent in this bottle. And for me, as many fragrances as I have, I do wear this. This is one of the ones that, out of all the fragrances I have, this is one of the ones that I wear a lot and just really enjoy it. It reminds me a lot of Ferragamo F Black. If you've smelled F Black, I'm not saying they smell the same or anything like that. I mean, I'm just saying the vibe is the vibe that you get from F Black, in my opinion, especially in the opening. They both have like this kind of peppery. I get like a really spicy kind of pepper like opening. I do not remember off the top of my head if F Black has, you know, a pepper in the top of the note breakdown. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but I know this one doesn't have any pepper in the top, and I still get a pepper. Kind of curious if you guys have tried this one, the Burberry Brit for him. If you've tried this, and you know, let me know in the comments if you kind of got that real peppery kind of nature. Again, I want to emphasize it's not a bad thing. It's not like I'm saying that it's too peppery or it's overpowering. It's just that's the kind of like vibe that I got out of it right away, and as it kind of transitions from that super warm and spicy open, it really like lightens up and fluffs up, and gets this real kind of like nice energy going on in when it starts to dry down. Like I really like the vibe on this one, and yeah, I do wear this pretty often. Um, in you know in contrast with some of the other fragrances I have in my collection, I wear this one pretty often. So this is one that I recommend that you guys pick up and check out. Not because, you know, Burberry sent me this or because they're, you know, somebody's asking me to sell it, but because this is one that I wear, that I enjoy a lot. It's a great fall and winter fragrance that has really good performance, and it smells to me fantastic. And if the way that I kind of described it sounds like something you'd be interested in, this is one that's worth picking up, guys. So thanks for joining me for another fragrance review video. I appreciate all you guys taking the time out of your busy schedule to take a few minutes to listen to me run my gums. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, that'd be cool if you did. I'd appreciate it. And thanks for joining me for another fragrance review video and the first installment of Don't Sleep on This One that I'm going to do some more of now. I'm almost obligated to. I'm the Mad Fragger. Thanks for joining me for another video. I'll see you next time.